So this is an instructional video on how to install the Inatatlent application onto your phone for testing purposes. Right now, nothing is completely final, and the app is going to be deployed in the App Store later. But for now, it's just for testing and user feedback. So the first step is so the requirements are you need a MacBook and an iPhone 6 Plus or above. So the first step is to go to the App Store on the MacBook and search Xcode over here. And the very first thing that should show up is Xcode developer tools. So this is Apple's way to create their own applications and things like that, but you don't need to worry about having to do any coding or anything. So you would click on the Get button. For me, I've already installed it, and so it says update. And it will take a while to download, maybe 2-3 hours, so you can step away, let it download, or just do something else in the meanwhile, and then come back to this video. Once you've installed it, go through the proper setup that it would ask you to, and that's pretty much it. You can leave it alone now. Next step is to open your web browser and go to this URL, github.com/arnavkartikeya/Inatatlent application or app. So here we're going to see this page, which has a bunch of files and a clone or download button. Clicking on that, you should see 3 options: open desktop, open in Xcode, and download zip. Click on open in Xcode. I'm just going to allow, and I'm going to call it Inatatlent app 2. You really don't need to rename it. I'm just doing that for any complications. So it should open this window, which you'll be greeted with some information that you don't need to worry about. And you don't really need to do any coding on your end. The next step is to open your phone, which is an iPhone 6 or above, and take the charging cable that you have for the phone and remove the part that goes into the wall. So all you should have is a USB to Lightning cable. The next step is to put the USB end into your MacBook and the Lightning end into your iPhone. So when you do this, maybe after a few seconds, it should show a lightning symbol in your battery, meaning it's charging, and that is to recognize your MacBook as a device. So the next step is to go to the top left corner of your MacBook on the same screen. You should see a volunteer and then iPhone 11 Pro Max. If you don't see this exact, maybe it's like an iPhone 10 or an iPhone 11 Pro, it doesn't really matter, but it should be somewhere close to what this is. So this is a simulator, and rather than running it on a simulator, we're going to run it on a physical phone. So we're just going to click on this, and your device, which would be called iPhone or whatever you've named it, will show up as the very first thing. If it's not, you can kind of just scroll up and you'll see it. So you click on the iPhone, and now it should say volunteer, and then iPhone. The next step is to run the application. And now it's just building it on your phone, so you don't need to touch anything. If you see the app get onto your screen, don't touch it until the loading bar is completely done, and it will notify you that the build has succeeded. So you're just going to wait for it to load everything, and it will work. Also, this requires you having the latest software update on your iPhone. So if you don't have that yet, install that first before doing this, or else the application will crash and your phone will also, or the app on your phone. So you see here it says build succeeded now. It says could not launch. I think that's fine. So just clicking on the application, the very first time you click on it, it says untrusted developer. So to fix that, you need to go to settings on your phone, general, scroll down, you'll see a device management. Clicking on that and clicking on the one thing that should show up which says developer app, it should show trust, Apple development, arnavkartikeya@gmail.com. Click on that, press trust, and now it should be trusted. So now you should be able to click on the application, which doesn't have an icon at the time, it just says volunteer at the bottom. And now you'll be greeted with a sign up page. You can sign up with your first name, last name, email, password, and you have to confirm your password again, and then just continue playing around with it and seeing, just trying to break it basically, just to see what fixes are needed to be made. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email is arnavkartikeya@gmail.com, which you can see here. This is my name, arnavkartikeya, and then @gmail.com. So any questions on how to use the app or any broken things that you find in the application.